Now, 'tis the season when many of us will start looking at getting into shape again after Christmas, whether you want to have that beach body or you just want to lose a few pounds for health purposes.
Yeah, but of course experts putting the kibosh on it all, saying avoid some of the popular diets as they could do more harm than good.
Well, joining us now is nutritionist Rhiannon Lambert. Good morning to you, Rhiannon. Very good to see you this morning. So, I mean, it is diet season, isn't it? This is January. 'Tis the season. It is what people think about. But you're, I guess, heeding a warning to people not to just follow everything they see online.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And not to, of course, ruin this for anybody, because I know this time of year, of course, can be extremely motivational. It's nice to make health changes, to make positive, realistic resolutions. But one thing that we see time and time again, especially in my line of work, in a clinic where we work with people with all sorts of areas, from diabetes, obesity to eating disorders, I see the dangers of these diets as well if they're not followed correctly. But equally, the fact they're unsustainable. The stats say that if you go on a juice diet, for instance, the minute you start eating again, you're more likely to just regain the weight. If you are embarking upon taking more supplements that you don't need, you actually increase your risk of cancer. So there's some really serious claims linked to just cutting out whole food groups like carbs, which can sadly increase your risk as well of digestive cancers, things like bowel cancer. It's really, really important that when you make a dietary change, you do it in a way that works for your body, because these are quite serious things I'm saying. And of course, for anybody that just wants to, have a look at feeling healthier, I'm not saying don't make dietary changes. I'm just saying please be careful and avoid the fads.
But most people, I mean, I know there are the fads that some people launch into, but most people, if they're going to start a diet, they do the Slimming World, the Weight Watchers, the whatever it may, which are, I mean, they're sort of recognised as being a healthy way and a slower way, perhaps, of losing weight.
Well, slow is the key you've mentioned there. And for some people, perhaps that might be an option. But what I will say is a lot of these programs also don't educate people about how to eat for life. That is more about following a system of points or sins or numbers, which is unsustainable. And I know as I'm speaking now, you've got clips of red meat, which we know an increased amount of red meat every week is also an increased risk of bowel cancer, and it is classified as a carcinogen. So we've got a lot of problems with the messaging around food in general in this country. People are scared of ultra-processed foods as well, quite rightly so. Too much of those equally can be dangerous. And the problem with these weight loss programs is that they expect you to be a part of it for life. They want to keep taking your money, so they won't educate you on how to continue this program the minute you stop. And that's where we see the confusion, because when people leave, they're left feeling vulnerable again and helpless and thinking, well, what on earth do I do now? And there may be a minority that have had success with these weight loss programs, and I do genuinely think that's fantastic because it will have helped their overall health. But we have to be sensible and think, look, this isn't going to work for everyone. There's no one size fits all. And in the media, there's so much messaging this time of year about how to lose weight in X amount of time by the end of 4 weeks, things that take a matter of weeks rather than, like you've just said, Stephen, at the beginning, small changes over a long period of time, which doesn't sound very fun, does it?
It doesn't sound fun, but you touch on a really good point there, which is that this has to be a lifestyle change, doesn't it? I mean, diets aren't just about weeks or months, it's about a lifestyle. So what would you say are the best rules? We don't have long with you, so what are the best rules to live by when it comes to our nutrition?
Best rules are changes that you can positively make and add in every day. So what can I do every single day? Instead of what can I take out, what can I add in is the first. So can you add in some more whole grains to swap your white rice for brown rice? Cost-effective ways of stocking your cupboards of cans of beans and pulses. We know from the Blue Zone diet research that including beans, pulses, legumes can help you live longer. It also contains more fiber. So in your bolognese, do half meat, half beans and pulses. Simple swaps, drink more water and have a think about more plants, because we do know the more veg. I know it's the same old messaging, but this is what's so ironic this time of year. The more vegetables you eat with the more fiber, the less likely you are to increase your risk of certain cancers, and you're more likely to lose weight, keep it off and support your gut health by eating more variety of plants.
OK, Rhiannon, got to leave it there. Thank you very much indeed. Good to see you this morning.